Have you ever watched a creator's hair routine and thought it looked great, but wondered if it would really work for you and your hair? Today I'm testing Sierra Schultzie's hair routine for that exact reason. Our hair has some similarities, but also a lot of differences that I'll go into as we go through the process. For those that don't know, Sierra is a very popular content creator and vlogger, and I'm actually wearing some of her merch right now. She primarily creates plus-size fashion and body positive content, as well as lifestyle vlogs, and she sometimes shares about her hair care. Let's get started to see how Sierra's routine, which gives her amazing results, will work on my hair. Here we are in my shower. In case you're new here, my name is Jordan Faith, and on my channel I focus on hair care routines and experiments. After getting my hair wet, I'm washing with the Not Your Mother's Naturals Tahitian Gardenia Flower and Mango Butter shampoo. This is Sierra's more frequently used shampoo, although in the recent video she posted, she did do a clarifying wash with Pureology shampoo. I recently clarified and I already had the Not Your Mother's shampoo, so that's why I chose to use the Not Your Mother's today. Of course, as with all shampoos, I'm focusing this on my scalp and gently scrubbing with my fingertips. Then I'm following with the same scalp scrub brush that Sierra has used in previous routines to get an even deeper clean. This shampoo is really moisturizing and gentle, so using a scalp scrubber with this is a super helpful way to cleanse away dirt and oil. This is a great choice for those with dry hair especially, so you don't have to use a strong shampoo every wash, but you can still feel really clean. The scent of this shampoo is really nice. It smells like the name. You can smell the floral notes and the mango, and I really like the creamy consistency. But I would consider it to be pretty heavy. It is the heaviest of the Not Your Mother's Naturals lines. Now that my scalp is nice and clean, I'm going to rinse out the shampoo completely and follow with the Not Your Mother's Naturals Tahitian Gardenia Flower and Mango Butter Conditioner. I'm using a generous amount of this, applying it to the lengths of my hair, then detangling with a wide-toothed comb, like Sierra has shown in previous hair routine videos. Detangling with a wide-toothed comb can be really helpful and effective, but of course you need to be gentle and always start from the bottom and work your way up to avoid tearing. This conditioner has the same scent as the shampoo, very sweet and pretty, and it's also very creamy and makes it really easy to detangle. It doesn't feel waxy or too thick, but it does deliver heavy moisture. After my hair is detangled, I'm going to focus on a few of my front sections and use my fingers to really work in the conditioner and smooth out the hair, ensure there aren't any little knots that I've missed, and really help that conditioner lay down the cuticle and glide over the hair to help with frizz. After really working it through, I pinch my fingers together around it and just smooth all the way down. Conditioning is an active step, and this technique that Sierra uses is really effective and helpful for those with drier hair. I don't have very dry hair like I used to, so I don't take very active steps in my conditioning routine, but I really should talk about it and advise it more often. Next, I'm going to rinse this conditioner out thoroughly, not leaving any in my hair. I really need to get some bath sheets, which are the larger bath towels, that I might be able to actually wrap around myself because Sierra just does this part in a towel. But for now, I'm in my robe and getting it soaking wet. I didn't think about putting a hair towel around my shoulders until later. First, I'm using Pureology Professional Color Care Color Fanatic Multitasking Leave-In Spray and just spraying this directly onto my hair all over, just like Sierra does. I'm not using quite as much as her because I have a lot less hair than her, but I am trying to use about the equivalent of what she does. This leave-in spray felt pretty lightweight. It does have silicones, just as an FYI for anyone interested in the ingredients. Sierra has said that she doesn't really follow the curly girl method rules like she used to, and I'm in that same boat. I rarely use silicones though, just because most of the products I have happen to be silicone free, but I'm not opposed to using them. I brushed that through with the Tangle Teaser, which is super pokey by the way, and I chose my part, which is something that I never ever do, and I didn't worry about it being perfectly straight. I know this method is going to give me super flat roots because my hair has such a loose pattern, especially near the roots already, but that's okay. And this is the precise moment I realized I should have obviously put my perfect hair care towel around my shoulders. Oh well. Next, I'm using Pro's Custom Curl Cream. I'm applying a generous amount, just raking it in and then scrunching and pulsing a bit. And I have to point out that I was really impressed by Sierra's scrunching technique and the fact that she actually pulses too. I rarely see that sort of technique from anyone outside of hair content creators. But it's such a good way to really get that product in and enhance your curl pattern. This curl cream is of course customized to my hair, and Sierra's is customized to her hair, so they aren't going to be exactly the same. Hers is probably a bit heavier if I had to guess, because her hair is drier than mine according to what I've heard her say about her hair. But mine did feel very rich and I liked the consistency a lot. Now we're on to the part that I had been sort of dreading, if I'm being honest. We'll be using the Denman brush to style and perfect a few of the front sections. Sierra uses the 9-row Denman brush, but I only have the 7-row, so that's what I'll be using, and it should work similarly enough. The reason I was dreading this is because I just don't feel like it improves my results. It's not much extra effort, but it doesn't feel worth it to me because I struggle with the coordination of brush styling and because of my specific curl pattern. What I'm doing here is just picking up sections, brushing through them first to smooth them out, and then putting the brush behind the section at the root, twisting my wrist to point the bristles upward or backward, and pulling through the section to curl it in a similar motion to how you'd curl your hair with a straightening iron, which I thought was a really good description that Sierra gave. After brush styling each individual section, she goes through and gives them a little scrunch. In theory, this should give you really nice, smooth, ribbony spirals. I think the sections I picked up ended up being too large, but I was picking up a decent amount of hair because my hair is pretty thin and I wanted to get similarly sized sections to what Sierra grabs, but I probably should have grabbed slightly smaller sections. And you can see I have a lot of trouble getting this brush in the exact perfect position, but I truly am doing my best. I did 3 sections on each side, so 6 in total. Sierra says she does about 10, and she has probably double the amount of hair I have, so I tried to adjust accordingly. She says sometimes she'll plop for about 30 minutes, but if she's going to diffuse, she doesn't scrunch with a towel or anything, she just goes straight into diffusing. And so I'm going to diffuse just so I could make sure that my hair would dry before I needed to film the end of this video. This technique is called pixie diffusing, and we're starting off upside down. Basically, you scoop up sections of hair in the diffuser while it's turned off. Turn it on while you're holding it against your head. Hold it there for about 15 to 30 seconds. Turn off the dryer, then move to another section and repeat this throughout your head. Turning the dryer off before moving it around helps to reduce frizz because you're not blowing the hair around as you're scooping it up. The shot isn't perfect here because I didn't get the camera low enough, but you can still kind of see what I'm doing to get a general idea. After starting the process upside down, she switches to doing it upright, so I'm doing the same. I'm using high speed and low heat like she does, but she has a Dyson hairdryer, which is notoriously a lot better than mine and is supposed to give a much faster drying time. In her video, she diffused for about 8 minutes, so because of our dryer discrepancies, I diffused for about 15. I finished the rest off camera and out of my wet robe. Then I air dried the rest of the way while I went about my day. My hair is dry now, and Sierra doesn't say she does any fluffing or finishing, so these are the results. I think it looks pretty good. It's a little better than I expected. There is some frizz more than with my usual routine, but not too much. And it doesn't feel heavy or greasy, despite me feeling like most of the products were on the heavy side as I was using them. It's not super uniform, which is to be expected because there wasn't a big focus on creating uniform clumps. And the Denman brush technique didn't work quite as well for me. I think I need more practice with it still because I never pick it up to use it as much as I am supposed to be practicing it for you all. I just forget. And my pattern is looser than Sierra's, so it doesn't quite ribbon the same way. And I feel like it just always has a big effect on my roots. Like you can see this was pulled forward very clearly, or at least I can. Sierra's hair is also a lot thicker than mine, so she has a lot of natural volume from having so much hair. And she says that she tries to keep the volume pretty minimal with her technique because it's so thick. So I think that she's done a great job catering her routine and her styling process to her hair's needs and her wants. My hair was actually a lot like hers before I went through my pregnancies. It was a lot fuller, it was frizzier, it was drier, and through my pregnancies it's gotten a lot flatter and smoother and it doesn't need as much moisture. Neither one is better than the other, they just need different things. But I definitely don't get as much volume as her, just effortlessly or ever. So of course my results don't look quite as full. My roots look a lot more flat because she just brushes them straight down. But I don't mind. I'm really okay with having straight roots. I'm okay with my hair being flatter. It doesn't bother me. Everyone has a different style and everyone has different hair, and I don't think any one way is wrong or right. But I do like to have the option to use certain styling techniques and products, like I do in this video, to give my fine, flat, smooth hair more volume. There's not a ton of hold here because I did just use a cream to style, which is part of why there's a little more frizz. And I think my hair will probably elongate a little bit faster, but I'm also okay with that. Overall, I think Sierra's done a great job choosing her routine to fit exactly what she wants. Her hair always looks beautiful. Her routine is very simple and quick, and she's moved away from sticking to any curly girl method rules, which I think is great. It's okay if you follow the curly girl method, but I'm glad that she didn't feel bound by a set of rules that might not be the best choices for her hair or her lifestyle. I'm really proud of her for continuing to learn and care for and style her naturally wavy hair. I know she has a large following and a lot of young people look up to her, so I think this will be a really good example of how you can feel and look beautiful without using heat tools or chemicals to drastically change the hair that you have. Of course, people can do whatever they like most with their hair, but I know as a young girl, it would have meant a lot to me to see someone like Sierra being so happy with her hair and showing other people how to style it, on top of how amazing it would have been to see someone in a larger body being confident and showing it off and just being happy as they are. If you happen to see this just because you like Sierra and you've never seen me before, thank you for watching. If you have hair more like mine or you just enjoy my content, I have lots that you can check out. As always, I will have all the products and tools linked in the description below. And I'd really appreciate if you'd tell me in the comments what you thought of these results on my hair. And tell me a little bit about your hair. Is it more like mine, more like Sierra's, not like either of ours? I'd really like to know. If you liked this video, please click the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and click on the bell if you don't want to miss any of my upcoming content. Sierra always says, be confident and be kind to your body. And that is part of what inspired me to always close with, love yourself fully and faithfully. And I'll see you next time.